Hello, everybody. Welcome to Healing Millions podcast. As you can see, today's episode is very special. We have special guests here, my amazing Healing Million community, amazing healers doing a great work, helping people heal. They are changing people's lives. They're helping people with their biggest pain, unhealed wounds, and so many beautiful sessions, so many beautiful moments we have witnessed in our community. And the work they do is truly amazing, life-changing, transformational. And I just want to say thank you, everybody who is on the call today. Thank you so much for being here. And everybody who is watching or listening, hello, welcome to Healing Millions podcast. We are so excited you are here. So, if we have never met before, my name is Nina Maglic. I'm the founder of Healing Millions Global Movement, where we help people heal their wounds, heal their deepest pain, so they can enjoy their life, feel fully and joyfully alive again, have some fun. And all these amazing healers that are on the call today, they're helping me with this beautiful global movement. I just want to say thank you so much for that. And I would love to introduce to you my amazing community. Healing Millions is a beautiful community of 11 healers from 7 different countries, 4 continents, and it's a beautiful global movement. We have Elliott from Australia, we have Jole from Germany, we have Christa Rose from Canada, we have Ana Pashyanti from Paraguay, and Gail, Cindy, Dr. Beverly, Donna, Bat Ann from the US. And we also have amazing Marie from Canada. And I'm in Austria. I was born in Bosnia, but I'm in Austria. And it's beautiful to be among all these beautiful healers. If you want to join us, there's going to be the link below this video. You can join us and experience amazing sessions every single day, Monday to Friday. We have daily healing sessions, 30 minutes daily healing sessions that are really life-changing. And you can do them while you're commuting to the work, while you're cooking your dinner, even if you hide in the pantry when kids are sleeping or playing. It's going to be fun. You will get amazing results. But the most than anything, you will get beautiful, loving community where you feel really safe to express yourself, to say, hey, I'm accepted here, I'm seen, I'm heard, and I'm valued here. And I just want to say thank you to all my healers who are doing a great job. You're changing lives. Thank you so much. So I would love to start with Jole Berlage-Buccellati. She is therapist. She's helping people, highly sensitive people, heal their trauma. Jole, what you have done in the community was truly amazing. The first session you delivered was outstanding. The first session was all about understanding why we feel so drained as a highly sensitive people. That was amazing. That was mind-blowing. Jole, thank you so much for being part of this global movement. Would you like to introduce to our audience what you do and how you help them?
Thank you, Nina, for this wonderful introduction. And as you said, I work specifically or mostly with people that are called highly sensitive people, which just means that you are a person that processes things deeply, who has many emotions, sometimes even at the same time, who's very empathic, and who thinks in systems, which in our world is something we really, really need. And this, I think, is my job, to empower sensitive or highly sensitive people to go into leadership. Because I think we all agree that we live at a time where we need a different kind of leadership. And that is basically my job, to make sure that you transform your wounds and your limiting beliefs, and that you can figure out what your mission is and where you want to transform things. And I support you in that. That's what I do.
Thank you so much, Jole. You are doing incredible work. Gail, you joined the Jole session. What do you think about Jole?
Um, she blew me away. I'm one of those people who is outgoing, I'm not shy at all. And you would imagine that I am not highly sensitive, and it's quite the opposite, quite frankly. And I used to dance a lot in the dance community. I would show up at the dances, and by 9:15, 9:30, I had to leave. It was like fingernails on a chalkboard. And they used to call me Cinderella, right? Is your pumpkin here to take you away? Right? Because the energy in the room shifts around that time. Different dancers are coming in at that time, different personalities, and it was hard for my soul. And I never really understood what was going on, and I had no tools to deal with it. I'm getting tools, Yola. Thank you. I can't wait for the other tools. This is what is amazing, is recognizing, okay, so I'm not crazy. I can be both, and there's something I can do about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gail.
And you joined Yola's session. Yes. Would you like to share your experience?
Yes, I loved her sessions. Yola is incredible because I realized I was highly sensitive about 10 years ago, and it's been a struggle, but finding out I was highly sensitive was the first step. After that, it was really so much healing because us sensitives, we are so open to everything that comes in. We're really deeply impacted by everything, including other people's energies, for example. And so I remember in the session we had with Yola, it was very refined. It was very gentle and yet powerful at the same time. And that's the kind of thing highly sensitives really pick up on. And they feel seen and they feel understood. That is exactly what my experience was because we did powerful experiences to cleanse our energy field, to detach ourselves from other people's energies, for example. And I picked up some big cords that were attaching me to a specific person, even that I hadn't seen before. And what I liked about it was not just that it was powerful, but that it was so graceful and compassionate in the process, the way we did the process. It was just like medicine for my soul. Thank you, Yo, so much.
Thank you so much, and for sharing your experience. Yola, I was a witness there. Like what you did during the session was really incredible. People kept writing comments, saying beautiful things about the session, and I just can say thank you so much for changing lives. Thank you. You're doing an incredible job.
I won't be able to sleep tonight with all these blessings and kind words. Be awake thinking about this all night. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I have a Gail on my screen. Gail, you're doing an incredible job helping people awaken their souls. You're teaching them 7 steps of soul awakening process. And I remember during that session, Donna said, "Oh my God, I finally realized I'm awakening. I have been doing this for many years." And you made this awakening process so easy for people to understand because many times we are awakening, but we don't even know that we are awakening. And I loved how you explained the soul awakening process in the simple words. Thank you so much for that.
My pleasure. You know, everything is energy, right? And so that's what I work with, and it's all about how energy shapes your reality and how the stories that you identify with become you, and that's not the intention of this life. And so the process of awakening it's an alchemy process. And certain things show up in each stage. And so the intention is to help you identify what stage you're in and then give you a tool or 2 or 3 or 4 that you can use to help navigate through that stage and know that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And that's okay. And it's not over.
Perfect. Thank you so
Right?
much for sharing
Yeah.
that. You know, sometimes we think, oh my God, it's going to happen once in lifetime and that's it. But no, it's completely new lifestyle. It's a new way of living. And thank you so much for making it so simple. Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Donna, you joined Gail's session. What was your reaction?
Yeah, well, as I get to know Gail more and more, I'm just flabbergasted at where she's come from and where she is today. And just like we stated, what I'm learning, not just from Gail, but other people in the community, is I'm being able to look back in hindsight, because that's 2020, right? And go, oh, that's what I was doing. Oh, that's what it's called. Oh, so we sometimes I'm really into personal development, and about 8 years ago I got into spiritual development, and Gail is hitting it on the mark. It's like, wait, dragons? I'm into angels. What does a dragon have to do with this? So that's a whole nother opening for me. But the best part about this is I'm safe. I'm in a safe space. I'm allowed to explore what Dragon World is about, even though my heart is in Angel World, if that makes sense. So this is another beautiful aspect of our community, and Gail just keeps rolling it out, and I just keep going, holy mackerel. I did what? I did when? Okay. Very cool. Grateful to be here, Nina.
Thank you so much. Anna wanted to say something. Yes.
Yeah, I just had to chime in again because I loved Gail's sessions so far because they were absolutely fascinating. Not only was it like a new kind of way to see our whole journey, she really laid it out so that everyone can understand it, but it's so imbued with magic and mysticism as well. It's just really I was just like bathing in the energies, firstly, and then secondly, I loved the realization that we have another option. We not only can either fight against the flow of life and struggle against it and not learn our lessons, and get bumped around by the current. We could also just let ourselves be pushed through the current of life, let things happen to us. But no, what Gail encourages us to do is to actually swim with the current of life, to actively seek out those things that we want to heal and transmute and alchemize and become so much more faster also because we're seeking that out. We're seeking out also the uncomfortable transitions into what we want to become. So thank you, Gail. I just had to say that.
Thank you. Yes, Dr. Beverly.
I want to say that I thought Gail's session was so incredible. She's only had one session yet. I cannot wait for the second one. And I loved that she gave us this handout with a little overview of the 7 steps. So we did calcification in the beginning, and it was a great reminder and such a gentle reminder that we came here with a purpose. We came here to learn. We came here to grow. This is not the beginning, and this is not the end. This life that we are currently living. And that, so as Anna said, if we seek out those things, we'll elevate to enlightenment into the next dimensions faster than if we fight it or we even just say, come what may. If we're swimming toward it, we're going to grow so much faster. And I absolutely loved that. It made so much sense to want to do that. To say that I have created these situations and now I can actually look for them. Thank you, Gail. It was wonderful.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Elliott. Oh, Elliott or Cindy, who wants to be first? Okay.
All right, I'm going to jump in then. Of course, I have to say how wonderful Gail is. I sat in on her first session as well. I loved all the tips that were given to, even more information on the pineal gland than I had even experienced for myself. So I just wanted to point that out. But, I've done some personal work with Gail as well. And let me tell you, just all of what she's putting together for this program for everybody to enjoy, I've experienced some of that as a one-on-one as well, in some areas where I was really stuck, and being able to shed, or as Gail would say, alchemize certain things that were happening in my life was so incredibly beneficial. And so I am just so grateful for not only the friendship, but the camaraderie and all that she's bringing to this community. And I just want to let people know that you want to work with her one-on-one as well. I'm going to give a plug here for her. It was just so incredibly I got to give a plug here for you, Gail, because what you helped me actually work through is really taking myself and my journey to a completely different level that I never, ever even expected. So I just want to say thank you for that.
I think your white dragon showed up when we were done, right?
I think so.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Cindy. Elliott, yes, please.
Sorry, I also just have to chime in being on the other side of the world as well. It's the replays are just as energetically powerful as sitting there in the actual video as well. I must say, I watched it a couple times, Gail. Absolutely loved it. And it doesn't lose any sense of urgency, and its essence is still it's captured in that one video. So even to go back and rewatch them, there's still so much you kind of pick up on because your brain's kind of absorbing the first thing you said. So, I mean, for anyone who's watching as well, I highly recommend going back and rewatching all the videos as well, because you will pick up on something different every time.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Elliott. Yes, Christa, yes.
First of all, I'm so excited to be here, and I've been enjoying everybody's session. It has awakened me to so many different perspectives from so many people, literally across the world. So first of all, wow. Specifically, as we're talking about Gail's session blew me away. And I do want to kind of go off Elliott. I did the replay. So for anybody new coming in, it's such an amazing tool to be able to go and watch the replays. You will still get the same essence, you'll still get the same amount of energy, the same information, and biggest thing is the same takeaways. And one of my many takeaways, is basically letting go and going with the flow. And I think that's a lot about how we're all energy, and definitely the openness of different other, like I said, there's angels or there's sources or whatever, but having dragons was really new to me. But then yet the connection, and when you're open to anything can come into your life. And I think for me, that's what Gail taught me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Christa, for sharing that. We have Cindy Edington. She helped us do the healing reset. The first session we did was all about breaking the cycle, do more, be more, do more, be more, which was really eye-opening because all of us are very often caught in this hamster wheel, be more, do more, be more, do more, and very often we forget to take care of ourselves. And what I loved about your session is we did a meditation, but we also did yoga, which was also so awesome because if you are somebody like me who I sit the whole day, it was so beautiful to move my body and experience benefits of that. And just want to say thank you so much for that. Cindy, would you like to share more about your sessions?
Sure. Thank you. Well, my pleasure, Nina. And I just want to say a big shout out to you. Thank you for pulling together this community. It really is just spectacular to be around so many incredible healers that are all coming from a different type of perspective. For me personally, a little bit about me. I'm a transformational life coach, holistic healer, lots of different hats in terms of the holistic healing. So I won't give you all the sets of tools that I bring to the table. You'll get that if you come into any of the sessions that I run. But I like to work in the women's empowerment arena, specifically working with women that are navigating the aftermath of divorce. I say that, it's not to say that any woman can come into the fold here. I like to work with women that are navigating the aftermath of divorce because I walked in those shoes. So I know what it's like to have the anxiety of being a single parent, of where my financial is going to come from, how to get back into the dating pool. There was a lot of grief and anxiety that came with that. And so I know what it's like to have to actually reset my healing, get into a program where I could actually start to heal myself, not only from the outside, but from the inside as well. And so that's what I really want to bring to the table to anybody that wants to come. Again, it's open to anybody. I'm just letting you know, I usually specialize in women that are actually navigating that aftermath of divorce. But yeah, that I'm all about being in a zone where it's judgment-free so that you come to that. Being able to provide you comfort and letting you know that you're not alone and that healing is just really one breath away one movement away, one thought away. And so when we can incorporate all of those things in together, we can really reset ourselves completely and come back into our whole self. And so I love what you said, Nina, the do more, be more. Man, oh my gosh. Yes, haven't we all been there where we get into that cycle, and how do we break out of that and take a moment for ourselves? Not only that, to realize and recognize that we're worthy and deserving of taking that moment for ourselves. Because so many of us, and this is not against men, Elliott, not against any male that's out there watching at this point, just putting it there. But there's been a lot of negative messaging, I think, for women in general for a very long time, not to take care of ourselves. Everybody else needs to come first. And so I'm all about how do we put yourself on the list, not only that, get to the top of the list. And so healing is a part of it. That's part of your journey.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You're really doing an incredible job in our community. Thank you so much for that. Gail, would you like to say anything about Cindy's session?
I sure would. First of all, again, I know Cindy from a different perspective, so I was blown away. It was not prepared at all for how magnificent she is in that particular arena. So, guys, if you know her, you don't know her. Just saying. And on top of that, today, be more, do more, be more, do more is out live in the video that we just did. So yes, that's in the podcast that we did. So she was talking about that experience there. And what I love is that she owns being a type A personality, and we call each other we are recovering project managers because it never goes away. We are recovering control freaks because it kind of never really goes away, right? The situations will come up and we'll step right into it, but we recognize it, and there are tools we can use to come back, and she brings those tools to come back to center. And if you've ever been in any of her meditations, she has this magical voice that just brings you to another land. So come and join us. You'll just adore everything she has to say.
Yes. Cindy is an amazing person. I actually won one-on-one session with Cindy when she was promoting her book, and that's why when I had a session with Cindy, I was really blown away because it really helps you get a lot of clarity and find solution for the problem, because there's always a solution. You just need to find your solution. And Cindy, thank you so much for the work you do. You're doing an incredible job for this community and for women in the world. Thank you so much. And we have amazing Donna Meador, who is also a dating coach inside our community, who wants to share something about our amazing Cindy.
Yes, it's true. I do. I actually listened to the podcast this morning, by the way. I didn't realize it came out this morning. Do more, be more, do more, meet more. Listen, first of all, what I love about Cindy is that she's going to help the women heal, because that's not my forte. My forte is helping them understand how to get out there and date. So when they come to me and they have blocks, and they do, we now have the awareness that in this community is our very own Cindy, who, by the way, has been there. What a journey you've been on, Cindy. I listened to the podcast. It was a long road. And isn't it true? We kind of don't know how to love ourselves. We're not taught how to love ourselves, because way back when that was considered conceited. That has nothing to do with what we have learned. So praises to you for capturing that, understanding that, stepping into your power, and kind of going like without apology, by the way, right? We had to get to that point. So grateful to be here. Your podcast interview was amazing. And that's how I'm getting to know you right now, because I am also listening to recordings.
Thank you so much. Yes, in our community, you will get recordings. If you miss a session, don't worry. You can always watch it when you have your me time. Like Christa loves to say, like, I have my me time now, and which is really, really amazing. All sessions are recorded. You get the replays as soon as the session is done. And, you know, this is a beautiful community with healers from all over the world. Each one of them has at least a decade of experience doing this. Some of them have 2-3 decades doing this work and helping people change their lives. So you are in safe hands. These are the people who know what they're doing, who have been doing this work for almost a whole life. And what I love about this community, everybody is supporting each other. There's no competition. There's just a beautiful, beautiful community that everybody feels welcomed. No matter who you are, where you are in the world, you're welcome in this community. We love you. We have next Dr. Beverly. Dr. Beverly, would you like to say something about Cindy?
Yes, that's what I was going for. Yes, I wanted to mention that with Cindy, that one of the things I absolutely loved is that it wasn't just come back to yourself by taking a deep breath. There was so much more. The chair yoga. I used to stretch all the time, and it was so nice to see, oh, I can stretch, right before my call, or right before another thing, that you could do this wonderful stretching. It was the way she started her whole session with crunching your feet and then doing the little bits of chair yoga before she moved into the rest of it with the deep breathing and the resetting. It was just incredible. I felt like before we even got there, I was already totally relaxed. And I just love that. It was absolutely fantastic. And I had no idea what Cindy did as far as healing. I mean, I know her from a completely different thing, just chatting. I had no idea that she worked with women in this forte and taught about loving yourself. And every woman needs to know that, not just people who are recently divorced or divorced years ago, because we didn't learn that. And I love that she's doing that.
She is really doing an incredible job in our community. Yes, Christa.
I have to say, personally, I've worked with Cindy and had Cindy actually work with my family, doing different things. One of her modalities is EFT, and I'm sure you'll be experiencing it as we go on. One thing I have to say about all these sessions, but I'm going to speak specifically about Cindy's, it was not only captivating, but she didn't preach to you. It wasn't teaching, it was experiencing. And I think that's what blew me away. It wasn't like I was listening to a lecture, it was interactive, and it kept me engaged from the beginning to the end. Again, I listened to the replay on me time, and that's when I can, take the world out and have a cup of tea or coffee, and was really able to embrace what Cindy said. But not only that, I was able to do it, move my body. And who would have thought you can do it in a chair where I'm usually am? So gets really grateful for Cindy. So talented in so many ways. And everyone will continue to learn it as we go.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your experience. And thank you, Cindy, for the work you do. We have amazing Dr. Beverly. I just have to say something about Dr. Beverly. I have known Dr. Beverly for more than 6 years. I'm deeply impressed by the work she does. She shows up every single week, teaching people tools, helping them change their lives, teaching them money secrets. She is an abundance and manifestation coach. And she taught me one of the most important techniques that I use every single day. That's mysterious money. Money that we have, but we don't know that we have it. And that technique changed my whole life. And just want to say thank you so much for the work you do. And inside our community today, we had a healing session, healing ancestral money wounds. That was really powerful because very often we think our money stories are just ours, but very often they are just inherited stories from our great grandparents or parents. And what you're doing is truly transformational and life-changing. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Nina. I appreciate that. And got me all goosebumps now. Yeah, I'm an infinite abundance and happiness coach because happiness is a major part of your abundance. Wealth starts from the inside out. You don't have to have $1 million. You don't have to be a billionaire to be wealthy. You can be wealthy on $10. You can be wealthy on $10,000. It just depends on what you want. And that's the first thing I like to do with people when I work with them one-on-one is find out their values. That leads us to know where they want to go with their abundance. And We all have these money wounds. They're not all ours. Most of them aren't ours. They go back generations. And so we need to clear them. And it's been a pleasure to do that with people.
Thank you so much. Jole, would you like to share something about Dr. Beverly?
Yeah, I joined this session today and I really, really loved it. To me, it's not the first time I've worked, on my ancestral lines, but I sat here and I yawned for the entire process, which to me always means there's tons of stuff that's being released. And very interestingly, it wasn't just my line or my two ancestral lines. It was also my ex-husband's line that showed up. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting because that's actually something that interfered even more with my life and it just popped up on its own. And what I really liked was that you left us enough time to process. Sometimes people do these meditations and processes and they speak so quickly that I can't catch up as a sensitive person. But with you, I felt there was always enough space for me to finish whatever process I was in before I needed to take, or you invited me to take the next step. So it was wonderful. And I really encourage people to come to your sessions. It was very, very healing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Gail, would you like to share your experience?
I want to share an observation. What Dr. Beverly doesn't know is that for 3 years, I worked for a company called Peak Potentials, which was based on the Millionaire Mindset book. So when people talk about millionaire mindset and money, I'm like, oh, whatever. Right? Not with you. Not with you. You get to the nuts and the bolts of it, like Jole said, with ease, with space, with grace, with thought, with tenderness. It has been an honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, Cindy?
I just want to say I didn't see yours today, Beverly, but I will do the replay. But your first one, even what I really appreciated is bringing your own story into it as well. And I think that's so important. I think a lot of us are doing that, bringing our own stories into what we've been through and really sharing our experiences and what we've learned and grown from that, and being able to actually give that out to the world. And so I got, again, some really great tips from your first one. And I just want to appreciate telling your own story and what you've been through and how you've moved through it to the other side. So if you can do it, and you say it, if you can do it, meaning you, Beverly, then I can do it too. And so I just really appreciate what you bring to the table when it comes to this.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anne? Yes.
Yeah, so I've been through a couple different sessions with Beverly already, and I just feel so much energy moving. Honestly, I really feel like I'm transforming during the session. Like I feel that with so many sessions, but I really feel it very, very palpably with her sessions because I find out things about myself that I didn't even know before. I mean, it's so much deeper than I would have expected because everything's connected. Obviously, it's not just money. It's our hopes and dreams. It's our family and all of our past, and everything is so connected. And I discover things about myself. I discover dreams I had that I never, thought about before. I mean, all of this combines to really open me up to not only to receive more, to just enjoy life more, enjoy the abundance that's already here. And so I really feel like it's made a huge impact on my life already. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Anne. Thank you. And thank you, Dr. Beverly, for changing lives and helping women. Thank you. And also you helping also men. Just say our community is inclusive community. We welcome everyone in the community. And you can join us by clicking the link in the description below. And you can now even try 7 days for free. And you can come join us, experience all the healing sessions, and then decide if this is the right community for you. You have a freedom to choose what you're going to do, and you can join any sessions during this 7 days period. Come and join us. We look forward to welcoming you. I know Christa has a hand. She wanted to say something. Christa, would you like to
Yes.
share your experience?
I'll be quick. I had the opportunity to speak with Dr. Beverly on a TV show that I used to host, and I also read her book. Everything that she talked about, she lived, so she's been there. And then listening to the session was almost mind-blowing because Dr. Beverly, you became vulnerable. And when you became vulnerable, it allowed me to become vulnerable. And that's a place that's not comfortable for me. It's not a place where I like to go and think about my own money issues because it's easy to say, I don't have any, until we got to explore the different ones that we may have. And I had like, check, check. And then, like I said, when you were vulnerable, I was able to say, me too. So thank you so much. Again, it was a pleasure talking to you then, and it's a pleasure being at your sessions now.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience. Next, I have Elliott from Australia. Elliott, your first session was amazing. You teach people how to thrive in turbulent times, how to find peace when the whole world is collapsing. And it was such a powerful session. You gave us practical tools to help us ground and find a safe spot in our body when everything is going crazy around us. It was mind-blowing. Thank you so much for that. You did an incredible work. I saw comments after the session. People loved it so much. I can just say we are happy to have you here.
Thank you so much, Nina, and thank you everyone for just being so fabulous. It's just been such a joy to be able to sit here and listen to everyone speak about the experiences, because it's just the love energy. It's so overwhelming. And yeah, the session was fantastic. It was really great to be able to break down the understanding of, there's a lot of comfort in knowing that you can be the stability in the world. And as soon as you start, then it trickles through into places that you'd never even know. And the science behind understanding why we crave that predictability. So sometimes your brain's doing so many things on the back end, and we're just having to cope with it. So really kind of driving that understanding. So next session as well, we get to kind of talk about, what letting go is, and, the difference between giving up and letting go, and where that kind of sits in the brain as well. So that's going to be super exciting for next week.
We are so excited to be there because you're doing an incredible job. Gail, you watched the recording of the session. It was very early for you. You are in Pacific Standard Time zone, and Elliott is in Australia. He's in your future. So, and
I
I
can't
love
catch
it.
up to him. I keep trying.
I love it that we all can connect thanks to the technology. So, Gail, what is your experience with Elliott?
First of all, I love, and I know Dr. Beverly has the same experience. I love your, the looking at the 5 things, right? What are the exercises that you do to how do you get yourself back into the present, right? What are the things that you can do when you have that monkey brain just going like crazy and it just won't shut up? I love the approach you're taking because it's not a control approach. It's a release approach, right? It's so different than what typically I hear, right? When you're out of control. And right now, people are in such a panic state with all of the massive growth and change that is happening within and without, to have the tools available to go to and say, okay, what can I do? Nothing except me. How do I do that? Check Elliott out. He'll show you how. It was beautiful. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. Donna wants to share her experience.
I do, and I'm going to come from a different angle because Elliott's recording was the first I listened to in the entire program. And so while I cannot remember what it is I loved, I remember the feeling I had when I watched it, Elliott. And I remember thinking, wow, this is so good because you're coming at me from different angles. I felt enlightened. I felt hope. I felt another tool in my bag. I felt kind of relief. And again, that's over 2 weeks ago, and I'm not the person that holds on to the details, but I remember how I felt, and I remember going, I gotta watch more of his, And now, of course, I have to watch everybody's because I'm excited about it, and this is here for our taking. We get to listen to recordings, and you're 100% correct, Elliot. I listened to your recording. I wasn't getting up to listen to you, or anybody for that matter, but it was delightful, and I'm looking forward to listening to more.
Thank you, Donna, so much. Thank you. And you wanted to share something?
Yes, I just wanted to share that I really felt like I was coming home to rest into a compassionate place where I was safe. I just wanted to say that that's how I felt watching the session and going through the process because being a person who does take on people's energy, I do clear it regularly, but it was interesting because I really felt like I was almost sharing that peace and calm with the rest of the world because I'm so tapped into the social energies at times, despite my clearing. I really felt that my into the present moment and coming into a safe place, I really felt that peace echo out into basically the whole social sphere around the world. It was kind of hard to describe, but I just feel like it's making such a big difference. So good job, Elliott.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience. Dr. Beverly?
I wanted to say also with Elliott, I've done that exercise of what you see, what you hear around you before. And I think I commented that the hearing is always hard because I hear the ringing in my ears more than anything whenever I really start to focus on anything. But I'd never heard it the same way. In the past, it's been, when you're feeling overwhelmed, do this and you'll feel relaxed. But what you brought to it, what Elliott brought to it, what I loved is that it was more about bringing you back to your center and being peaceful with the whole world, not just what you're doing right now in this moment. I mean, I've heard it from business coaches as to what entrepreneurs do because we're doing 16 things at once. But this was more of looking at the entire world and bringing that peace to ourselves and sending it out. And that's what I loved. At least that's the way I felt about it. I mean, which is never the way I have felt about it before when I've seen that. And that's what I love so much about it. And I can hardly wait for the next session that I watch on replay because, again, I'm in the Eastern time zone. I'm getting up better.
Thank you so much, Dr. Beverly. Thank you so much. Elliott, you did a great job. Your session was really exceptional. It was amazing. You gave us tools to navigate through this crazy world. And I just want to say thank you so much for that. We have next amazing Ana Pashyanti. She's a former university professor. She's now healer, mystic, international speaker, and Anne is a beautiful soul helping people understand the whispers of our bodies and feel connected with our bodies again, which is so important because as we go through life, we very often neglect our self-care and we also neglect our body. We neglect what our body is telling us until it's too late. And what Anne does really, really well is teaching you how to listen to those whispers your body is telling you so you can take care of yourself and start listening to your body. What does your body really need? So you can give it to that. And I just want to say, Anne, I love your work. You're really an amazing person, an amazing healer, and your work is truly, truly amazing and life-changing.
Thank you, Nina. Thank you. So kind of you. Yeah, I love what I'm doing because I really feel like I'm empowering people. I feel like that is one thing that was missing in the earlier part of my life where I was suffering so much and it needed so much healing and I didn't even know where to start. It was because I was lacking that sense that I can change my life, that I can heal. And the fact that we can learn to do this for ourselves and not be dependent on always someone else to fix us or to tell us what to do or to tell us what's possible even, wait for science to prove something or whatever it is. We can figure this out on our own. Not that we're alone, but that we have the power to heal and to change our lives. And so what I love doing is teaching how to connect in with, yes, our bodies, listen to what our bodies are telling us, go and explore, go and listen, and then actually have a conversation, right, to figure out what's going on. And then, but also to connect in with our source, our infinite source, because this power, this infinite source of power that is available to us, if we tap into that, if we don't wait for an afterlife or a lightning bolt of enlightenment or anything like that, if we learn to tap into that now a little bit more each day, we have so much power at our disposal to heal, to change our mindset, to heal our emotions in a process that's also very kind of body-based. You don't have to talk about your past. You don't have to relive it. It's just ways that we can learn to not only just feel better, but to feel connected with ourselves, with others, with source, and just to know that we can do it ourselves. I think that's the main thing I want to convey. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yes, you're amazing in helping us understand our bodies and talk to our body and help us really heal within, which is truly amazing and truly transformational. Donna, you attended Anna's sessions. Would you like to share your experience?
I adore Anna. I think she brings to the table such an amazing air and vibration as she's presenting her meditations and her philosophies. And I love when she says our bodies are there to support us. They're not there to hurt us. But I will tell you, Anna, I used to have chronic fatigue back in the day before anybody knew what it was. And I remember reaching a moment in time where I said to myself, this is not going to be my life. Where I'm at now, sleeping 15-hour days, waking up exhausted is not going to be my life. And you're giving people a head start. So if they're ill, if they're sick, yes, it's also mindset, but I talk to my body every day. I tell it how beautiful it is, how wonderful it is. Thank you for getting up and moving with me. Thank you for you know what? My neck is changing as I get older, but you know what? It's holding up my head. I'm so grateful for my head. It's like when we talk to our bodies, that is super real. And I just love that you're getting that message out there as well. Thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience. Jole, you know Anna. Would you like to share your experience?
Yeah, what a lovely soul, Anna. Really. I mean, what I love about you is that mix of kindness, gentleness, being so subtle in the way you perceive things, but you're very powerful at the same time. And that's a very rare breed, I think. And I just love talking to you because you know so many things and you've experienced so much. And that interesting mixture between being highly sensitive and a high sensation seeker, I think is absolutely brilliant. It makes you a lot of fun to talk to and to listen to your life experiences and what you've learned from life. And I can only encourage everyone to learn and listen, learn from Anna and listen to her, because every minute is worthwhile.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jole. Thank you. Dr. Beverly.
I also have to say, I also did Anna's online course. And I was going through a lot of different health issues at the time. And I love being able to shrink down and go into my body and find something and it's actually visualize and see the inflammation that's there and then heal myself. I absolutely love what Anna is doing in that, you're teaching us to do it ourselves. Yes, you have the meditation we can go back and listen to, but it's more about you teaching us that we have this power, that we don't have to wait for the chiropractic appointment, wait for the acupuncture appointment to move the energy. We can do it ourselves by commanding our body to heal and to pull in all that infinite healing energy. I just absolutely love the way I feel during it, when I can see what's going on, as well as the way I feel afterwards as the healing's taking place. Because even if I'm going to a doctor's appointment, which I did recently, right after your session, I had a dermatologist appointment, and I had used the cream they wanted me to use, and I walked in and I said, here and here are my issues. And they were. I mean, they're like, you probably have more. I'm like, nope, these are the only two. And they were the only ones. That's never happened before. Trust me, never. I mean, I was able to go through my body and see exactly where there was an issue. And luckily, I didn't even have to, because I was healing because of your sessions, I didn't have to have them slice into me again. It was just use the cream a little bit longer and it'll take care of it, because it's just surface level. I love it so much for that.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Beverly, for sharing your experience. Gail?
I have to say that the first second I met Ana was in her training session, so I knew nothing about her, where she came from, other than some comments online. And I don't think I was in her session 10 seconds when I fell in love with who she is and what she does. I highly suggest that if anyone comes into this community, she needs to be the first one that they spend time with, because she is amazing. I don't think you know how amazing you are, Ana, but you are pretty powerful.
She is truly, truly amazing. Thank you, Gail, for sharing your experience. Yes, Christa?
Again, you were one of my binge watch replay times. And I need to say, I wanted to go through the whatever platform and give you a hug. I felt it so much. Just giving a little context, I suffer from a rare disease that I was given 4 years to live, and this is my 6th year. I wasn't able to walk and talk, and well, you see me now. And what you said and how you said it and how you explained it was exactly what I needed to hear. And some of the tools I have done myself. I do a Reiki session on myself every morning, and I know we can heal our bodies. And the way you articulated it, though, it just touched my soul. And I'm so glad now it's going to be millions of people, because they're going to go back and watch the replay. And all your replays and all your shows are going to now have that information that they can heal too. So I just need to say thank you.
Thank you so much, Christa, for sharing your experience. Thank you. Thank you, Anne, for doing an incredible job for our community. Yeah, you see how much people love you. And if you are listening or watching and want to join our community, there will be the link in the description below, so you can join us by clicking the link. And now you can test the community 7 days for free and decide if it's the right community for you, risk-free. So come on and join us, click the link below, and you can join us now. And we have next our amazing Donna Meador. She is a dating coach. Donna, I attended your sessions. I'm not dating, I'm married. I'm happily married. But I love your sessions. And the number one reason why I love them and why I keep watching your videos and what you do is because you help women get clarity on what they want and help them get what they want. Because so many women do not know what they want. And after your sessions, especially the session yesterday, I received a message today from one of people who attended your session yesterday. And she said to me, I finally realized what I'm doing wrong, why I always attract the wrong partner. Donna made it so clear for me that I finally understand what I'm doing wrong, and I have a clarity on what I want, and I'm ready to pursue that.
Mm.
And I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you for changing lives.
Mm. Thank you. Wow, that's great to hear. Always, that's what feeds healers, right? In a twist I never anticipated, I actually found myself married to two men at the same time. One was my late husband who departed in 2016, and then we have my now husband. And so when I went out to date again after Pietra departed, and when I was ready, I read my own book that I had written, and I started to realize that I had a system in there, even though I didn't put it in system form, because remember, I wrote that book 20 years ago. Dating never goes out of style. And then I met and married another Mr. Wonderful, and I started to think, oh my gosh, I have a system here. I have a system here. There's a formula to dating. So when women tell me they're afraid to date, or rather, it sounds more like there's no good men out there. I'm happy alone. I don't want to give up my independence. And so we have all these stories, but really the bottom line is they're afraid. Nobody likes rejection, right? And so my mission since I went out dating 25 years ago was to help women understand their value when it comes to relationships. And I want to just say, because Elliott, lovely Elliott is here, I adore men. I adore men. And women have been giving them a bad rap over these years. So I'm helping them understand that you can be more independent with the right partner. You can be have more freedom with the right partner. You don't want who really wants to just live alone because you don't want to have trouble, right? So I just help them understand what they're actually saying, because what they're saying is and what they want are two different things typically.
Yeah,
So
amazing. You are doing a great job. Like, women
thank,
wrote me messages after your sessions thanking me for having you in the community. They love you there. They love
thank,
you. I just want to say that. You
thank
are an
you.
incredible person. Yes, Krista. Yes, Jole. Yes, Krista.
I have to say, Don, I think you're my soul sister. So I also was a widow and I have a now husband. And what got me in your session was that, first of all, is us. We are making ourselves happy. And I always thought that there was one soulmate for us. So when my husband passed away, that was it, right? Hated dating. And it wasn't until some events that you specifically mentioned and were like aha moments. We need people like you because I needed you to be an inspiration to me. So thank you so much for doing what you're doing and being here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Jole, would you like to be next?
Yeah, just wanted to say, having been recently divorced at an age where you usually say, well, that was it. Every time I meet you and I listen to you, I'm like, no, I will learn from this lady and I will change my destiny. So thank you so much for that.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's just beginning. It's just beginning.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jole. Anne, would you like to share your experience?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that Donna is teaching everything I wish I had known a long time ago. I could have avoided so many mistakes and painful years of suffering if I had had her inspiration and encouragement. I have loved all her sessions, and so it's priceless wisdom. I just have to emphasize, very, very important.
Thank you so much, Anna.
Thank you, Gail.
So I had put my hand is up. Look at that. I had put a comment, I believe today, that what I experience is that you're teaching the universal law of attraction to
Yes.
relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it has to be just a personal relationship. It could be a relationship with friends. It could be a relationship in a job. It could be a relationship with yourself. So I'm finding, even though I'm not on the hunt for another partner in my life, there is a lot of value still in what you have to share in my relationship with me and my relationship with others. So thank you.
Thank you, Gail, because becoming whole is the real love story.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you for the work you do. You're doing an incredible job. Thank you for the work you do. It's life-changing. Thank you for giving women hope that there are good men out there. Thank you.
Amazing men, amazing men, amazing men.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We have next our amazing Christa Rose. She will join our community in November. She will teach intentional living. She is a Reiki master, highly intuitive, best-selling author, and we have so much to learn from her. Christa, we are so happy you joined our community.
I am so excited. I think listening to everybody else's sessions has really opened me up to become vulnerable myself. And I have had to learn how to live intentionally because it's so easy to fall into victim mode. So one thing that I really try to help people is to develop their intuition, how to make decisions using your intuition and using that to intentionally live your life. Because how many people live on autopilot? You get up in the morning, you go through the day, et cetera, et cetera. And how many people actually like their life? You know, if you really think about it. So what I'm hoping to achieve is that you end up not only liking life, but discovering how to keep up the momentum, how to stop self-sabotaging yourself. And what you're going to experience is how to end up loving your life.
Wow, such a powerful sessions. I'm so excited. I saw the curriculum. It blew me away. And I know you also personally, and what you do is really life-changing. I witnessed what you have done for so many people in our community, how much people love you, how many lives you have changed, how many intuitive hits you got that changed people's lives. It's so precious what you do, and we are so happy you're a part of our community. Thank you. Gail.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this Christa Rosebud. I, I got to spend some time with her co-hosting on that program, and I got to know her there a little bit more. And some of the stories that she has shared with us has shown me that she knows what intuition is because she was trained when she wasn't even aware that she was being trained by her grandmother. Can I share that story? Or would you like to share? Okay. Her grandmother read tea leaves and would sit there with Christa Rose and ask, well, what stories do you see in there? And so Christa Rose just thought she was playing a game when actually she was learning how to really tap in to her intuitive gifts. And she is pretty amazing. And it's taken her a little minute to own it. And so I'm so thrilled to watch this happen and watch the rose open up. So this is going to be so much fun.
Wow. Thank you so much, Gail.
Yeah, I just want to say Christa is really amazing. She has a beautiful energy, a life-changing intuition that something you really can learn from her. And really, she's not only like teaching it, she's living it. And that's a whole new concept. When you want to learn intuition, you need to learn intuition for somebody who is doing it every single day and helping people get intuitive hints. And she's changing lives with all these hints she gets from the other side of the whale. What you do is it's incredible. Thank you so much for joining our community. We are so happy to have you here.
I just also wanted to say something about Christa Rose, that I've been in some little chats with her and seen snippets of what she's going to teach. And I'm so excited that she is now going to teach it because I've seen those little bits, and I just think the story Gail just shared, I had heard also, and I think that is the coolest thing in the world. I just think that is so cool. And so I'm excited to learn all of that. Also, I wanted to say something about Yoli. I didn't say this earlier, and I wanted to, that when Yoli did her session on highly sensitive people, I thought at first, I'm just going to go and support because I'm not highly sensitive. I have been told I'm too sensitive, and I've been told I'm not sensitive enough, but I never thought about being highly sensitive. And I realized that the way she talked about it was completely different than what I brought to it, because it was more about what you're picking up all those emotions from the world. And I realized I had been doing that as she was talking. I was like, I do that. I take on other people's emotions, and then I feel awful about it. And so it was so wonderful to have her share some tools as to how to release that so that their energy is not mine. I can let it go. I just want to share that because I didn't do it earlier.
Thank you so much, Dr. Beverly. Yes, Donna.
Yeah, I'll do. I like to take a moment too. The other thing to remember about our Bloomin' Rose, I'm going to call her Bloomin' Rose. Forget about a rosebud, is that she's living this, and you're 100% correct, Christa. I mean, people, really, the majority of the population just exist, right? So you're not only teaching us how to enjoy your life, and I have your book, Forget the Pain, Enjoy the Pleasure, right, or something to that effect. I don't have it with me. I'm like, why did I bring all my books here? But what's so fascinating is that you are in pain because of what you're experiencing with this. I don't want to say, I don't want to give it a name. I don't want to give it a name, and I don't want to make it concrete. I want you to heal yourself, which is what you're on your way of doing. But remember, when we deal with pain, it's also part of our growth pattern, right? It's almost like it's making us look at something that goes, oh, okay, let me focus over here. And look how far you've come when you were 2 years longer than you were given from I call them modern day voodoo doctors, right? But you're also teaching how to live deliberately in the midst of that. That is phenomenal. No small feat, my friend. So thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being part of our community. So if you want to join our community, there's going to be the link in the description below, so you can click and join us now and experience even 7 days healing inside the community for free. And then decide if this is the right community for you, risk-free. So click the link to join us, and you can experience amazing sessions with all these healers. Thank you so much for being here today. We have 2 more healers. They couldn't be here today. They had something very important, very urgent for them. So we just want to say we also have amazing Marie Bailey from Canada. She is certified grief counselor. Her sessions are truly, truly amazing, life-changing. I cannot remember when I cried so much, like when I had a session with Marie, and it was so beautiful. It brought so many memories with my grandmother who passed away, and it really helped me heal those parts of me that I wish I have said to my grandmother when she was alive. And that was really heavy burden on my heart, and I was really able to release that. I cried like a little baby, but it was deep healing session. And everybody who lost somebody, you want to join Marie's sessions. She is changing lives. Amazing sessions. Dr. Beverly.
I also attended Marie's sessions, and the first session, I cried like a baby. I've had a lot of loss in the last few years of family members. And at that point, I even had an impending loss who has since passed. And I felt like all that was weighing on me, and it was. But as I cleared that away, I discovered there was a loss from over 30 years ago. And everything else had just piled on top of that one. So I had to dig through all of those. And so as I cleared those, that other one came up. And for years, I would wake up every morning thinking about it. Every morning. Since that session, I have not done that. I may have thought about it later. In fact, the next day, I woke up and I was doing things, and about 30 minutes later, I went, wait a second. I didn't wake up thinking about, and I didn't wake up, I didn't go, oh my God, I didn't. I was like, I didn't. It was an excitement that I did not wake up thinking about that. And after her session the other day, that powerful bench that we went to, I know there was lots of sobbing going on from different people, and I did the same thing, but I also was able to hug people that have passed. And my dreams since then have been so vivid about nothing from the past. And I feel like it's all about future things that are going to happen. And it's completely has changed my life. That has been such a life-changing experience, just those 2 sessions. I mean, everybody's session has been fabulous and been life-changing, but those 2 have helped me release so much grief and return into, as she says, gradually returning into everyday function. And it's just been incredible for me.
Wow.
Everybody who lost somebody, you don't want to miss Marie's sessions. You will cry, but you will heal, and they will change your life. Definitely, they did change my life. And I'm forever grateful to Marie for everything what she has done for the community. It was beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Marie, so much. And we also have another healer, Beth Ann. She's a shaman, she's a healer, she's mystic, and she teaches us how to go from blocked to aligned. And the first session she had blew me away. She talked about one topic that is often overlooked, but one of the most important topics we can do every single day. That's energetic hygiene, clearing our energy. And as you heard, Jole, how we pick up the energy and emotions from other people. And if we do not clear those energies around us, we end up feeling very exhausted and very drained. All of a sudden, we feel sad. We don't know why we feel that, but we know that something is going on. And what Beth Ann taught us were so simple tools you can use every single day. It takes only 2 minutes, but it really helps you enormously to feel better instantly, to clear the energy that doesn't belong to you.
Right.
Very powerful tool, very important topic, very often overlooked. Donna, would you like to share your experience with Beth Ann?
I absolutely would like to share my experience. I've known Beth Ann for a couple of years, and 2 years ago, she actually joined my membership, and that's how I got to know her because she was out there dating. And I've been watching her on Facebook. I've been watching her journey, and I'm noticing something different. She's stepping into this spiritual aspect, and I come to find out that Beth Ann has a born medium. She's a born medium. So she's putting together her program, what feels aligned for her, called Soul Flight. Flight meaning fully living your truth. And to watch her actually do the session and bring it together, just first of all, I feel like a proud mama. And second of all, it assists because we need the hygiene. We need to be aware that we're around people and we might be picking up energy from people. We need to be aware of that. I did that every single day, all my life until this last year, because I realized through Beth Ann that I was picking up energy at the airport during security. I thought that was me. I thought I was just nervous and anxious about going through security. Why? I mean, like I'm a little goody two shoes. It's not like the security guards are going to come drag me away. It's like, what am I doing, right? And then I realized through her sessions that it wasn't me. It wasn't me. So I cleared it out, and it was amazing to be able to experience going through the airport security without having that anxiety. It was fascinating. So yes, I feel like a proud mama, but her sessions are extremely beneficial.
Thank you so much for sharing. Dr. Beverly, would you like to share your experience with Beth Ann?
Yes. Beth Ann's, first of all, the meditation was phenomenal. It was beautiful waterfall, colors, just clearing out all of that energy was so incredible. But what I liked most was that she talked about how we do pick up energies, and she gave us a technique to clear and kind of put a shield around ourselves before we go into some place, before we go into the airport security line, before we go into the grocery store, before we go into any place, whether even our siblings' homes or something, to keep that energy from coming to us. And I loved that. And I think I have recited that, her line. I probably paraphrase it. So with any energy, I ask and intend that any energies and entities that are not mine to go into the Christ light. So be it, it is done, and amen. I think I have recited that 1,000 times since our session, because I'm always around people, except when even here, I'm around people, and I have started saying that so that I'm not taking on so much. And it just feels so, so freeing and so peaceful. And I just am so excited for the next one. I can hardly wait.
Just want to say thank you so much for sharing your experience. I love sessions with Beth Ann. She's amazing. She teaches amazing tools that you can use daily to help yourself. That's the most important thing. It doesn't take a lot of time, 2 minutes, to help yourself. And it is really life-changing. I just want to say, everybody who was on the call, thank you so much. I know some people needed to leave the call earlier. And I just want to say thank you, everybody who was on the call. Thank you so much for supporting this community, for helping people and changing lives. Thank you for the work you do. And if you want to join our community, there will be the link in the description below. So you can click the link and join now for free for 7 days and see how you like the community, risk-free. So come and join us. Thank you, everybody who was here today. And before we wrap up this, do you have anything else to say before we close?
I just wanted to say I'm so supported being in this community. I love it. The energies of all of the healing and the transmuting and the alchemizing that we're doing, it is magnified not only 10 times, it's magnified 1,000 times or more. It's so much more powerful when we're doing this together. So everyone is doing their part. Every time you heal another layer of grief or fear, or you clear your energy field, you're doing this for everyone else, because it's literally changing the whole field that we're in collectively. So very, very important work. Thank you to everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Beverly.
I just want to say that, we all came into this as healers, and it's amazing when we're all, as Anna said, when we're all healing and using other people's techniques, we're all learning so much ourselves. And we know that when one person heals, everybody heals. We are healing the entire world, and it takes a village. It takes a group to help more and more. The more we heal together, the more it expands out into the universe to heal the entire universe. And we need it right now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nina, for creating this community, because I can assure you I'm learning and healing a lot more by going to the sessions of everyone else than I can possibly do on my own.
Thank you so much, Dr. Beverly. And as our Marie says, it takes village to raise the child. It takes village to heal your inner child. And she's so right. Thank you so much. Donna.
Yeah, well, I want to say thank you, Nina, not only for creating the community, which, by the way, is the first of its kind that I've seen. And I'm thrilled to be a part of it on the ground level of this. But also, I was telling a girlfriend of mine, I said, like, where can you go for this one small fee to have access to so many healing modalities? And some people you may resonate with, and some people you won't, and doesn't matter. You're in a safe space. And I'm thrilled as a creative that you are taking care of the technical stuff. And so I get to just be me and give the best I can give of me. And that's what everybody in this community is doing. You've allowed us to step forward in our healing spirit without being bogged down with all the technical stuff, because that's second nature for you. So I love that, and I can't wait for more people to discover us as they are one by one coming in, because it's a community unlike no other. And I've been in a lot of different communities, and this one and one other are the two that I focus on because it's brilliant, Nina. It's absolutely brilliant.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And as Donna said, there is such a huge variety of modalities, sessions. Come and join the session you feel called to. Like you don't have to visit all, but just go to, I always say start with the small problem you have. Once you solve it, move on the next one, and that's it. And the beauty of this group is you have so many healing modalities. You have different healing techniques, so you can try what works for you. We all heal differently. And for such a small fee, and you can even now test it 7 days for free, it's an amazing opportunity to find out what is working for you. And I just want to say, everybody, thank you so much for being part of this mission. It means more than I can say. We are changing world, we're healing millions, and I could never do this without you. I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you. And everybody who was listening or watching this, if this interview inspired you, touched you, join our community and experience healing yourself. Find what is working for you, and meet these amazing souls all around the world. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, be brave, shine your light, because the world needs that love and light inside of you more than ever. I'm sending you lots of love and big hug. Bye for now.